gym. The cruise ship has a gym, so I don't break that routine. Um, I just eat a little bit, I'm gonna have some chocolate cake and a burger and some fries. I'm actually looking forward to that, but I don't go crazy. I mean, because honestly, after eating clean for so long, your body's just like, yeah, you have it a couple days, and then it's like, I don't want this anymore. So
Yeah, you like I said, that's the thing about the body. It would tell you, like, you know what, we don't need that, But then,
exactly,
that stuff be tasting good. You
yeah,
like,
it tastes good, but then you pay for it later. So it's
then
like,
you pay
was
for it
it
later.
worth it? I'm like, nah, it's not that worth
Well, folks, you if you want to follow Miss Mays on her IG,
it. Yeah,
it's social media stuff's in the description. But you know what, and ma'am, I don't want you to be offended by this. You guys out there, I know she's a beautiful woman. I know you think she has a just amazing, attractive woman with a great muscles. But here's my rules. I tell you sick freaks out there, no D pics. She has a husband. He's
yeah.
gonna say like be like remember
I
that
got a son
you got
that will
you
not
got
appreciate it.
grandbabies. Like you remember that movie?
Exactly.
You remember the part in the Five Heartbeats where the man said, "Well, I gotta fight for my love." That's gonna be your husband. You be like, "Who's sending my wife these pictures? What the fight for my love? Who's sending my wife?" It just and that's the thing that being that you. This is one thing about the sport. You ladies, you have responsibilities. As you know, said again, you're a mother, you're a grandmother, you're a wife,
Exactly.
and to able to compete and to find time to compete and train, especially have families, as you know, and that's the tough part about it. People forget that part.
Yeah.
That even a lot of these ladies that who I follow, good amount of them are just single ladies. They have a boyfriend, have a husband. But then you got the ladies like yourself and like Marianne and Claire and so many others who have obligations to family, and it's tough to be a competitor.
It definitely. I mean, it's like I said, my hours and my days are all accounted for. I very seldom have downtime where I have nothing to do because there's always something to do. So I keep a very tight schedule and I try to stick to that. Otherwise, I mean, I wouldn't be able to do this. I just wouldn't.
Yeah, that's the part. Now we're gonna show some pictures here from her social media. And guys, hey, you know my rules, fellas. And these are some wow, these are some pictures here. Like this is your here when you're showing your abs. These is
Oh,
ab
that was my
burst.
birthday. Yes,
Yeah, when was your birthday?
July 3rd.
July 3rd. Congratulations. It's been a couple of months, and
Those, those are 56-year-old abs right there.
56. Wow, I wish. Well, I got some abs here, but under dirty laundry. So and there's some more pictures here. There's some nice pictures here on her. She's laying in the shade drinking lemonade. Wow, I'm telling you, you wouldn't if I saw you say like like if I was just a dude just walking up and say, "Hey, lady," say, "You told me you're 56 years old." Say, "What? What? What? What?" Say, "No, no, 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 no. You can't be 56. I can't. No, 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 man." And that's the thing about the lifestyle. The fitness lifestyle, you really, you know, you don't look as old as you seem because
See, that's where I started this winter.
hmm
Now that's 192 pounds right there.
Wow, 192.
Yeah,
Yeah. You look like I said, even 192, you still look good. Like
that's 192. So,
and you put in a lot of, like I say, you put in a lot of time and work.
oh yeah,
It's just some responsibilities as a competitor. Now, if you hadn't heard, there's some stuff going around. It's news going on in the sport of bodybuilding. Some stuff's shaking it up, and it's just like I said, I'm gonna talk about on my channel. I would talk about it because I know a lot of people don't want to talk about it, but the standpoint, this is there's that side of the sport where it can be a little bit, you know, creepy, and I know a lot of a good part with you ladies, in sport of bodybuilding, I know ladies who I've talked to, they do the stuff on that side of them because you have a good. That's a good thing you have a corporate job, but as you know, bodybuilding is not as a profitable sport unless you
you
get
know, you know.
sponsors.
I
I
tell people this is an expensive hobby. That's a really, you know, it's an expensive hobby because if anyone thinks, especially for women are not gonna make the money men make. They don't now. They just don't. And I don't see that happen, changing anytime soon. I wish it would. It should, because I think women, it's it's a lot more difficult for us. I mean, to naturally, well, even if it's not natural, but to put on muscle, it's just a lot more women. We have to deal with so much more than men have to deal with. They don't have to deal with the hormonal changes and the stigma, because society still doesn't. I still get there are people that, oh, she got muscle, and I'm like, whatever. But no one really looks at the men that way. They see a man with muscle, and it's like, oh, he has muscle. I mean, I get that look in the gym. I'm like, I'm in a gym. Why are you looking at me like all crazy? And they're like, oh, she got muscle. And I'm like, yep, they're called muscle. But I do. I think it's a lot tougher for women than it is for men, and I think women should be rewarded. And I don't know what it's going to take to change that, but I do think it is a change that needs to be made.
Yeah, because I talked to quite ladies. Is if you look at the ranges, besides just paying your trainers, your gym, your eating. Then you do shows. You got travel. You got to get your tanning. You got to get your
The
suits.
suits,
The
yeah,
suits cost right there almost a mortgage, or and
most
it's just,
definitely.
and then all the other stuff, and then you do a show, and I know your last show you won in your class, which was at the Tampa, that
Yep,
was 55 and over, and you
yep,
took second to get behind Lenora Grace in the last couple of shows.
yep.
Lenora's a tough competitor. She's I know. I talk to some ladies and say, yeah, they didn't like the fact they had to lose out to Lenora Grayson, but she has a look that I think is very, I think is probably more sellable than anybody. But
Hmm.
it's just it's sad that in this sport is it's a hobby sport. It's not like it's unlike other sports where in which, okay, if you play professional baseball, you get a good check of change. You play I do content MMA, and MMA fighters make a little bit more money than bodybuilders.
Yeah,
Even they have they're not as much a level of boxers. If you get like this, if you take the top MMA fighter, like Conor McGregor, he's not even up here with Floyd Mayweather. He got
right.
that last fight he had a big check. That was a big check for him. We got here somebody coming through. This is 11G. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know who that is. Appreciate your brother coming through. And you ladies, you should get paid because we in next week we have coming up is the Rising Phoenix,
Yep,
and that is the Arizona Pro, also the World Championship for women's bodybuilding. And Andrew Shaw is going to get like $50,000 plus a brand new car.
yes,
He did the Olympia twice, $50,000, and that's it. Big
yep.
Ramy gets nearly $500,000.
I think it's more than that.
Yeah, I think it was like, I think last year it was like 45. It was like 550 the last time I
Yeah,
remember.
so I'm pretty sure it increased because
Hmm.
every year it seems to increase for the men.
Yeah, and just they cut the line from top five competitors for all the divisions for the men's bodybuilders, still top five, while all the other divisions top three. And
Yeah,
that's just men's bodybuilders are always the center of attention, is the center of the sport. But you ladies should at least get. I think you should be doing a show, and you might get first place. Like I know in the master shows, you might get about $500-$600 for first place. Then you have to pay entry fees, which is crazy. As a pro, you shouldn't have to pay entry fees when you turn pro. But
exactly.
it's just what's the politics of it? It's like it's just a lot of BS going on.
Well, it's
No,
funny you say that because I have a friend who just did a natural federation, the Yorton Cup, and he got second place. And second place, I believe it was over $2,000. And this is in a natural federation. First place got, so I looked it up because I was like, that can't be right. So I looked it up. First place got $5,000 in each division. The first place winner got $5,000. So the OCB a lot smaller than the IFBB. So I'm like, if they can afford to do it, the money's there. So where it's going, I don't know.
and
I
it's
don't know.
and especially you got shows like Arnold Schwarzenegger Classic, where we talk about as I said again, Arnold walked quiet behind another division, and she did it to women's bodybuilding years ago and stabbed her in the heart. It's a quote from my favorite movie. When Ra's al Ghul talked to Bruce Wayne and told him how he walked quietly behind an enemy and stabbed him in the heart.
Yeah,
And it's just like if a guy can go on a show and say, you know what, he can walk away with 40K, at least let the top female competitor at least like okay 20K,
At
10K.
least half, at least.
Yeah,
But I
that'd
don't
be
see why it should be half. To be honest, it should be equal.
yeah. But you all know that everybody's attention is going to be the men, and I know women
Yeah.
should get just as much as the men, but they're not going to do
When
that.
you think about it, I think the women bring in just as much, if not more.
Mhm.
Um, because like the men, yeah, they're gonna bring in that. That's the main attraction. We can all agree on that. But if these other divisions, if they're not profitable, then don't have them. It's really that simple. If they're not profitable, then don't have them.
Mhm.
But
And
obviously, they are profitable.
yeah. And it's funny thing about ticket sales. Well, if I'm buying tickets, am I buying tickets? Because this I learned because I went to my first show in Savannah just about a month or so ago, over a month or so ago. And you're buying tickets, you're buying for this show and that show. You're not buying for the divisions. So
Right.
it shouldn't matter if as long as people are buying the tickets or buying the pay-per-views, it shouldn't matter what division you have. It just something.
That's true.
Yeah, we got a man here, Lawrence Perkins. He says, "Good afternoon, Robyn, George, and everyone in the chat. Appreciate my man Lawrence coming through. This is my dude, balls deep. She's sexy as AF. What's up and salute. Yeah, he's gonna always quote this. Chicago in here as usual. Dulce and Galata on deck. All right, smash that like button. I gotta tell you, balls deep. Uh, no Browsby. No, we're not gonna ask her that. Keep that to yourself. No, I don't actually ladies like that. And also, the Robyn effect is on. Oh, that's from 11. G, appreciate you, brother, for dropping that. And yeah, as we talk about this sport, as you know, it's a lot of stuff that goes with this thing. And it's always the finger point, especially about women with muscle. Like the point is like, oh, you're on steroids. Yeah, yeah, you want to be a man. Yes, it's crazy. And then it just don't make sense because you know what? You're an athlete. That's who you
Exactly.
are. You're an athlete. It's no different from if you were Jackie Jonah Kersey, if you were, you know, Layla Ali, if you're,
Serena Williams. It
Serena
doesn't
Williams, Rachel
matter.
Shields,
An athlete is an athlete.
yeah, but actually, women are segregated to this category where which you're supposed to. Your purpose in life is this purpose in life for men to breed, battle, and to build, and that we die. Women, your purpose is to bear children, to take care of them, to feed us men, to wash our dishes and our darn laundry. My mom had to teach us, me, my brothers and sisters, how to wash our clothes. I can wash my clothes. I might have a woman for certain things, but the purpose is that you want to be as an equal, and it's hard for a woman to be considered as an equal compared to a man
Yeah.
because our we are naturally supposed to be built for rigorous stuff. We naturally supposed to build muscle. We are. It's just we were born to be hunters and gatherers.
And we
And
gotta go see the movie Woman King then.
I've seen it. Yeah, I've heard about it.
That would change your perspective about that real quick.
All right, probably I would be
It's
surprised.
based off true events.
Yeah, I know. I heard about it. I know one actress who Lupita Nyong'o, who played in the Black Panther movie. They
Hmm.
offered her opportunity to do that movie, but she said she didn't have an interest in it because she didn't want to do a movie about slavery. But we
Right.
can expect that. But we know we got Wakanda Forever coming out, and we got the Shuri is going to be the Black Panther, which in the comics, like comic books, in the comics. Rest in peace to Chadwick Boseman. He was a great actor, great Black Panther. I
Yeah.
saw the first one years ago. But yeah, it's just that women, y'all. One thing is you do have a little bit better stamina than men. I think and I think you have stronger legs sometimes. Because the fact is, if you look at guys look at divisions like men's physique. How the guys are a little bit more upper body. They have the little
Yeah.
pencil legs, and and you look at the divisions like there's more women's divisions than men's. You think about it, women's bodybuilding, physique, figure, fitness, bikini, and wellness.
Yeah.
And I know these divisions, especially with the two of them now, your division, women's bodybuilding, are starting getting that little, that kind of stink out. How they're telling like your competitors are evolving. As we talked about earlier, how you look at Jessica Padilla, look at Missy Trescott,
Yeah.
and you evolve as a competitor.
Missy's
You know,
another one. I follow her channel. I love Missy and her husband crack me up. I love them. Um, it's just like watching him with her. It's funny because it reminds me so much of my husband and I. Um, they're funny. I watch them when I do cardio every morning. And I like get a big kick out of her. And I've always liked the women fitness girls because the routines they do are incredible.
Yeah, I mean that's a lot of jumping around chicken sweat you got to do. That's why figure was created because some of the women didn't want to do like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, and it's just as an athlete, and you see you backstage and with these other girls, and you're looking them down, and say like, and you competing against like you did open at the Tampa,
Yeah.
and you're competing with women who like half your age,
Oh yeah.
and then you're holding your own. You're so short for the top 10, just so short.
I mean, I just missed it too, and I that's all I wanted. I said I wanted to. The goal was to win the 55, place in the top three for the 50, and because I knew the numbers were going to be up. And I said top 10 for the open. There were 29 women, and I came in 11th. So I was like, I beat it by, I mean, missed it by 1 point, but that's all right. I'll do better at the next one.
I know another lady who I met at Savannah who did an interview up at Kira Hall also competed that show.
Yep.
Her and Steve are great people. I got to meet them at Savannah, and it's physique is crowded. I mean, it's
Yep.
loaded. I mean, I do commentary on some stuff every now and then. And with those, I have to like when I do like the count of the women, say like, wait a minute, let's see how many women you got this. I said this could be a long video, so I can take this video. I'll talk about the female bodybuilders and I talk about the women physique because it's too much long, take me two ever. If I do one video on this whole thing, this whole show, then I'll be do like a 40-minute video. So I just cut it in half. And it's just it's a lot of work. We got a man, 11G. Please explain the Robyn effect. He's wondering about the Robyn effect. And we got Bala, is it Bala Diabete? We want to know. You want to know about the Robyn effect. And
Oh, the Robin effect is just basically when the muscles grow. When I make you work, it's no longer playtime. It's work time.
so we don't play. We don't play. You gotta work, girl. Work it. Do your thing. Yeah, I have a little RuPaul moment. And yeah, ladies like you're going into the gym, you're blessing out guys who's like teenagers,
Oh
it's
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
and just you gotta respect a woman like yourself. It's just, what I would love to see in bodybuilding more is the more opportunities for you ladies. Like I said, we do like we're hoping that we do have masters in the Olympia next year because you know what, a lot of ladies deserve the opportunity. It's hard to compete along against like you. If you think about it, you get on stage with somebody like Nadia Cuejo
Oh
or
yeah.
um
I mean, I'm old
or
enough to be her mother. I'm the same
yeah,
age as her mother.
yeah, and
I might be actually older than her mother.
you might be, I know because I know she did like five shows after Olympia, and that's the one thing. That's as a competitor, you think that's fair when you have somebody who already qualified for the Olympia. You think
Do
it's
I
fair
think
for,
it's fair?
yeah.
I think it's strategic. Most definitely, I think it's fair. It's strategic. Why not?
Hmm. So
Think
what?
about it. She's gonna get some money, right?
Uh huh.
And she's gonna basically limit who's going to the young. Why not? Because it's not up to her. That's up to the federation. The federation could definitely say, okay, since she's already qualified, we'll take whoever came in second. They're not doing that
No.
because well, for whatever reason they're not doing it. So she's just eliminating competition. That's a very strategic, smart move on her part. I would do the same thing
Mm.
if I know, because you have to think of it too. She's taking a chance. What if she loses?
Yeah.
You
Because
know,
yeah.
she's very confident to be able to do that. And I know a lot of people get mad, and I've heard people, well, she shouldn't be doing it. I'm like, why not? If she's that good, you either step your game up and you beat her, or don't be mad because it's a strategic move. And I mean, it's a good strategy. Why would you be mad at that?
But you know how it is. People, it's kind of like it's a crab in the butts mentality. You know how you women, you don't get along all the time, and and it's
This is
just
the thing about being a mature athlete. You can look at things differently. A younger athlete would, oh, that's not fair. Well, guess what, honey? Life is not fair.
like one of my favorite characters, Rocky Balboa. Remember he said like, life is hard. It's gonna beat you down.
Yes.
But you either got to take the hits, and you got to take the hits. It's not my. It's not
And
my.
get
It's
back
never
up.
how. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's never how hard you can hit. It's about how you take the hits and keep on going. It's how you keep moving. That's how
But I
winning's
think,
done.
no, I think when women who are already qualified and they do shows like there'll be people that will do. I'm pretty sure there's going to be people that are qualified that they're going to do the Atlantic Coast. And people will say, well, why are they doing that? But you have to think about it. They have a lot. They're risking a lot. First of all, they have to stay in prep, so that's hard on their body. And second of all, what if they lose? They're taking a chance of losing. That could break someone's spirit. Yeah, I mean, you think about it. If you're on top and then you go and you do a show and you lose, it could. For some people, it could break their spirit. Other people, it could give them the motivation to push even harder. So it's a it's a chance they're taking. We don't know her